A little over 50 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream that African American people would be seen and treated as equals. We have come a long way from there, but in my opinion and the opinion of others, not far enough. 70% of African Americans believe the country hasn't improved enough in terms of being equal to Caucasians. 50% say it's unlikely the country ever will. He had a dream that people would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by their character. America has become more accepting, but we haven't forgotten the past. A past that involved conflict, that involved hatred, that involved war. Do you not remember the separation between African Americans and Caucasians? Separate bathrooms, separate schools, separate water fountains, separate sections on the bus? They say the past repeats itself, but do you want to repeat that part of history? 54 years ago, Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. It, however, has been forgotten by America. What happened to creating change? What happened to sticking to the idea of equal rights? 40% of the U.S. population believes our country hasn't made enough progress towards racial equality. Many people are questioning whether or not African Americans have the same amount of equality as Caucasians. A lot of America is oblivious to the discrimination towards people of a different race. We are given this idea as young children that our country is very accepting, diverse, and equal. Sure, we are more accepting than in other countries. However, we are as not accepting as one may think. About 58% say race relations in the U.S. are bad, and very few see them improving. Many believe that ever since Donald Trump became president, it has become more common for people to express racist views. 56% say that the president has made race relations worse. 15% say he has improved them, and 13% say he has tried to improve them but failed. Just 2 years ago, there was discrimination involving Muslims because of their matters in the Middle East. Just recently, there was discrimination with Hispanics because of illegal immigration and the wall being built near the border. Even though many are oblivious to their discrimination, others are very aware of it. In 2017, 4,131 hate crimes were committed because of race, about 600 more than the year before. Hate crimes toward African American people are still prevalent. In Charleston in 2015, 21-year-old Dylan Roof murdered 9 African Americans at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church. Discrimination happens when the law is involved as well. African American people get pulled over for speeding even though they weren't. Also, Caucasian people don't get as harsh of punishments as African Americans do. Sure, the punishments toward Caucasians and African Americans are becoming more equal, but there is still a difference in how harsh the punishments really are. Now I have the dream that one day America will truly learn from its past, that America will remember with the intent to improve. A future that contains happiness, a future that does not linger in the past, a future that allows anyone to do what everyone else does, no matter their skin color. When we allow total equality to ring, let it ring from every community to every city, and every city to every state. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that.